Hello and welcome to the comprehensive training for the inventory management. My name is Mohammed, and in this video we will explore what exactly is available in the inventory module for the Odoo. The inventory app is the backbone for the supply chain operation, helping you to track products, manage warehouses, and optimize stock movements. So what we're going to cover in this video: the product management and configuration, unit of measure, warehouse management and locations, inventory operations and adjustments, barcode scanning, traceability of lots and the serial number, and reporting and analytics. So let's get started. So when we are actually signing into the Odoo, we see the multiple apps over here. This particular app is only for the inventory management. Let's open this one. So in this app, we see on the top there are the menus: overview, operation, product, reporting, and the configuration. So we will start it from the configuration. Under the configuration, if you see, there is a setting available, and along with that, accessing configuration and the multi-step rules and these kind of a thing. So let's open the setting. If you go all the way down in the middle, and you will see over here, and traceability, lots and serial numbers. You have to open this one, and then if you have to print the barcodes as per the GS1, you have to click this particular option. If there is an expiry date is also required with a particular type of the inventory, for example, certain type of a chemical or water or something like that, that has to be selected as well. That is, if you want to display the loads and the serial number on the inventory on the delivery receipt, you have to select this particular option. Then we have the valuation. Odoo ERP actually evaluates the landed cost. If you want to have the evaluation of the landed cost, you have to click this particular option. And if you want to display the lots and the serial number of the inventory on when you are actually creating the invoice for the customer, you have to click this option. The next option is the warehousing, which is a very important one. We have selected the multiple storage location, like the storage location can be multiple, and the multiple step routes. The multiple storage location will actually help you if you have, since this is for the construction company, the video we are actually making. So we assume that in the main warehouse, there is a one location that is actually called our main warehouse. And if we are actually starting a new project, so over there, we can actually create a new location. So it's totally up to your operations whether you want to create a new warehouse or you want to create the new location for that. In that scenario, where you will get the reports that how much inventory is available inside the warehouse or inside that particular location. Multi-step routes is actually working in that scenario that when you are delivering an inventory or you are receiving an inventory, how many steps you are actually looking for. So, for example, if we are receiving an inventory and putting it directly into the location, that is a two-step route. If you are just receiving the inventory and there you go, our job is done. That is just only receive inventory in one step. This is which we will actually cover in the next in the warehouse section. But if you are receiving the inventory in the three steps, like for example, you receive the inventory, do the quality check, and then put it into the appropriate location, then it will be actually giving you the three-step routing. And in that way, you can actually do the quality check as well. So we're gonna go save this particular option from here. Because we actually enable certain options, so that's why it's usually take a little bit of a time. So these options have been saved now. We'll go back into the overview now again. Now, how we are going to create a particular product. For that, you have to go inside the product menu and then you have to click on the product. it will actually bring you into a certain view. This particular view is called the Kanban or the card view. This view can be changed by clicking on this particular option. Right now, it's actually showing a Kanban or a card view. If you click on this option, then you will see into the line view. In the line view, you can see the name, internal reference, tag, and sales price, cost, items are actually available in hand. And what about the forecast, whether it's the inventory we're expecting is going out or coming in. And if this particular fields which you are showing is not sufficient for you guys, so you will see an setting app or a setting icon on the right side. Click on this icon and you can add the other types of the fields as well in this particular view. Like for example, the company. We need to see that which company refers to this particular product. And along with that, the barcode number will appear over here and the product category. Now you see the product category is actually showing it over here. So I'm going to switch back to the Kanban view. The Kanban view is actually working for us in a very good way for the drag and drop, and it's have a little bit bigger font, so you can find the product easily. But anyway, both views are actually pretty much usable whenever wherever you want and how you want to use that. So if we need to create a new product, we have to click on this particular button, new, and the new form will be open for you. Here, you'll see that first of all, it's actually asking the name for the product. So over here, I probably mentioned that let's say the wireless mouse, something like that, or maybe it's actually the construction company. So we'll say that, for example, the cement. And now next option is this. If you want to upload the picture for your convenience, you can upload the picture from here as well. And this particular item has a few options in the start. Whether we can buy this particular product, sell this particular product, or we purchase this particular product as an expensable product. So in this scenario, since we are actually referring to the construction company who is actually involved inside of the construction, so we will make it sure that this particular product should not available in our sale app. So if I uncheck this one, this will not be available in our sale app. This particular product is actually an intangible product. It can be used, it can be consumed to prepare a certain kind of a building, or so it means this particular product is a good. It's not on a service. If it is a service, then we have to select the service. If it is a part of a good and a service both, then we have to select the combo. Then we have to track the inventory. The inventory by quantity you want to track that, by the lots you actually want to track that one, or by the serial number you want to track this particular inventory. It's totally up to you. Now, coming on the right side, the sale price is actually showing it over here. Here, if we have selected this particular option, that it means we are selling the cement. So we will actually select add the price over here. But since we are not actually selling it, so just keep it 1.00 or 0.00. That's totally up to you guys. Then we have the sales tax. If you are selling it, the default sales tax for 5% for the Dubai will be applicable over here, which is the VAT. And if you want every time, if you are selling this particular item and the VAT should be implied automatically, then you have to add the tax over here. For the other countries, you can select the different tax as well. The cost right now, we can add the cost straight away because in the initial mode, we are adding our inventory. So obviously we are previously maintaining the inventory either on the Excel or by checking our bills coming from the vendor. So we can evaluate this particular inventory by giving it a certain cost. But if you are not giving the cost right away now over here, the next time when you are purchasing this particular item, the cost will be coming automatically. Then we have the purchase tax. The purchase tax, if there is a purchase tax, by default is 5%. It's showing over here because the company exists in the United Arab Emirates. But if you think that there is no purchase tax, or it's exempt, or it's the reverse count, or excise, you can select that particular tax from here. Next, we have the category. The category for what where this particular product will be go inside. The categories are somehow are actually providing the functionality of this particular product, how it will move inside your warehouse, how it will come, how we're going to evaluate it, what might be the income account. If the certain product has the same income account or expense account, so this means they, instead of this setting up their income and expense account separately, we usually move into a certain category and we give these kind of an accounts to the category, to that particular category. So, for example, this is in a concrete, as per my assumption, this is in a concrete. So here, when we are actually selecting the concrete, the cementatious, so you see the right arrow is actually showing you if you want to open this category and you want to edit something out of it, you can do that as well. So if I'll click it over here, the name of the category is showing. Parent category is not showing anything. If I'll select all, so it's me. Concrete is actually under the parent category, which is all. Its name is all. Now, over here, the root is actually showing. The roots means that right now we are actually already have enabled the three-step routing, that input quality tag and these things. So whatever our internal project delivery to of the project is actually also available over here. So whatever is suitable for you, you can actually check it and add it into this particular field. The removal strategy by default is coming FIFO, first in, first out. But you have, as per your operation, you can change it, the last in, first out, the closest, which is in the closest location that should go out first, for example. You have in a warehouse and this particular item is available in that warehouse, your project is nearby. So when you are actually creating in a pickup location or purchase location, so which one in the packet of the cement is available to the nearest warehouse, it will go out from there. So if you are selecting the closest location, the least packages, if it involves the packaging, then the least one, you can select it over here. Or if it is in a chemical or some kind of a perishable item, the first expiry, first out, you can select it over here. By default, the system actually selecting the FIFO over here. The next option is the costing method, which is coming under the inventory valuation. What exactly is due? That the standard price, the price we actually purchased in the last time, it will show the costing as per that. First in, first out means that whatever is actually was selected in the start. I mean, we purchased in the first initially purchased, and the last we actually purchased. So it will actually calculate that particular algorithm, the whatever we purchase first, since it's going out first. So what might be the value for that? But by default, we are using the average cost. Average cost means that if we have purchased the inventory 3-4 different times from the different kind of a vendor, so whatever the cost of the each time purchase is actually coming, it's actually divided by the number of the frequencies we actually purchase and bring us the value. So that is coming our average cost. Then we have the income account. When we are selling this particular inventory, particular inventory which are actually under the same category, then you have the same the income account. So which can be selected from here, or if the account does not exist over here, you can create the new account, which we will discuss in the accounting section. And if there is an expense account, we need to add in that one the cost. By default, the cost of goods sold in the trading is selected over here. So it's totally up to you. You want to use that one as well. But most of the time, every company, they have their own chart of accounts. They usually change it with their own chart of account. Right now, in this particular category, we only have one product available. So when we will go back on the main section, and this particular product has been created, it is under the inventory. If we have any internal reference want to add over here, that can be added from here. For example, it's the concrete. I will put CC over here and put some number over here. So whenever we have to use excuse me, the cement product, instead of writing the cement, we can also call upon this internal reference as well. Then we have the barcode. If we have assigned any barcode this particular inventory, we can give that one. If this particular inventory is actually, if this particular inventory is the part of a certain project and we want to upload the specification of a provided by our client, we can upload the specification. Since this particular ERP is actually working under the multiple companies, and we create this particular item, if we want this item should be available for all of the companies, then we have to keep it visible to all. But if it is just only for one company for which we are actually creating, then we have to select that one. Then we have the internal notes, which is a rich text area. You can write any kind of internal notes over here. Coming next is our inventory tab. Inventory tab is a little bit, it is not like that we can actually do the evaluation straight away from here, but it's actually mentioned here how the inventory will come inside. If we see it over here, the operations, inventory can come in our warehousing through the buy route. So it means we are purchasing this inventory. The initial location was the vendor location, and it's actually moves to our location. So that is actually showing it over here. Then we have the responsible person who is will be doing the logistics. Since I'm actually signing as an administrator over here, so the admin name is actually showing straight away over here. Then we have the weight or the volume or HS code or origin of the codes from where we are actually purchasing this one. Let's say it's United Arab Emirates. We are purchasing it from here. So these things are actually covering under the logistic area. If we want that whenever we are selling this particular item, we need to add in a different kind of a description. Instead of the cement, we can write any kind of a description over here. If we are actually adding any kind of an inventory for this inventory and we are moving it from one place to another place, and we need that the different description instead of the name of the product should appear over there, we can write down the name, the different kind of description over here. And for the delivery orders, if we need a different kind of description instead of the same name of the product, that can be actually added from here. Now, we're going to come back to the purchase section. In the purchase section, it's actually initially we can add a certain type of certain vendors over here. But mainly, since it's a brand new system, we keep it in this way that whenever we are purchasing the cement through the ERP Odoo, the next time when you will be actually go into the cement area, I mean, in this same particular area, that particular vendor name will come over here. And right now, still you can add it over here, any kind of a vendor, for example, one enter how many quantities we actually purchased, maybe 30, price was approximately 150, and in 80. So it will be showing like this. It is actually being added over here. But since it's in just the start of the ERP in your organization, so keep it empty, because the next time when you will purchase, the vendors will be start coming automatically over here. Then you will have easy approach to evaluate your vendor, who is giving in the best price, who is giving in the normal price, or who is providing in the best quality. The lead time when he is actually sending us the items is less or more. So you will have a certain KPI to evaluate your vendors. So purchase unit of measure can be different by if we are selling this product or consuming this product. For example, here we are actually purchasing it under the units, for example. We can for example, we are consuming it in the different unit of measure. So in the sales, we have to select the different unit of measure, and here we have to select the different, in the purchase, we have to select the different unit of measure. But we have to make it sure the unit of measures must fall into the same domain. For example, it's a weight. So weight mean either, for example, it's in the kilogram, can be converted into the grams as well. If it is a length, can be into the centimeter, meter, something like that. So it means they are actually coming into the same domain. This particular option, the controlled policy, is very important for you. Right now, it's actually creating a purchase bill upon the received quantity. For example, we created a purchase order for the 100 cement packets, but we received 50 cement packets. So when from the order you are going to create the bill, it will be depending upon the number of items you actually receive. If you receive the 50 items, so it will allow you to create the 50 items bill for that, for a particular vendor, because you receive 50 items. So if you want that the company, your company can pay in advance, or maybe all of the amount or as per the way you wanted it, so you have to select it on ordered quantity. But if you want that in ordered quantity, we can pay approximately at the same time for the 100 particular products. But if we do the received quantity, so it means the number of items we receive, we can only create the bill for that. So by default in the UAE, especially for the construction company, we are keeping it on received items. In the accounting tab, it's the same thing which we actually discussed into the category. So income account and the expense account. But if the SIMMET is actually already being the part of the the construction material category, and over there we already have selected the income account and expense account. We don't need to select it over here. Then we have the price difference account. The price difference account, I can give you another simple example for that. For example, we are utilizing this particular cement in the UAE, and we purchase it, but we have purchased this one into the Omani Real. So there is a little price difference which has to go under the certain profit and loss account. So you can actually select that particular account where it will be actually managing that amount to have a proper balance sheet. So this is the form which is actually to create a product. On the top over here, this is the new button. The new button when we actually create a new particular product, the CMET is the product name automatically will come over here along with the reference number. So it means we can create the purchase or the sale order through using the reference or the product name by itself. Then we have the configuration button over here for this particular product. If we need to make any configuration, like we want to duplicate this one, we can archive this one, delete or add some certain properties, or we need to have a price list for that. And then there is a cloud button which showing the arrow going upwards. It is for saving. We press this one and it will be saved. No, there are. If you see on the right side now, these buttons. These buttons are actually called the smart buttons. You will see these buttons on many of the forms, like a sale form, inviting form, or the project form. You will see these buttons, and they have the different functionality. First is the price list. Since we are not selling this particular product, so we cannot actually initiate any price list rule for this. But I can explain to what is the price list for. For example, the system is actually not made for the construction company, maybe it's made for the trading company who are selling the mobile phones. So they probably have a different price list for the walk-in customer, and they probably have a different price list if they are selling online on their own website or on the Amazon. So you can have the multiple price lists. So how many price lists are being attached with this product? It will show you the number of rules being attached with that. At the moment, how many quantities are available for this product? is 0 right now, but it will be automatically updated when there will be more quantities will be over here. Then we have the forecast. It shows the forecast inventory levels, display incoming and outgoing quantities, help you to do the planning. Then we have a document. Since this is a construction company, every kind of an items which is actually involved into the construction, which we say that this is the part of the specification, there are certain kind of other documents maybe can attach with this, with the product. Maybe origin certificate of origin, along with that the warranty certificate. So any kind of a document which is attached with that, you have to upload the document from here. It can be a one document, it can be multiple documents. The number of documents which is actually being uploaded against this particular product, if you show the numbers over here. How many times we purchase this particular inventory? It will show us that in the numbers that how many units we actually have purchased from different vendors. And then we have the reordering rules. If we are maintaining the threshold of this particular product in our warehouse or in our project, so when we reach to that particular threshold, it will actually generate a purchase order and in the drop format. So you can purchase this item before it's going to be finished in our warehouse. Then we have in and out. In and out, how many times this particular inventory was in our warehouse and how many times it went out from our warehouse. For example, we purchased 50 cement, the units or the package from the market. It came in our warehouse, and out of 125, we actually delivered to the site. So it means the 100 in and 25 out. Then we have the more button. We have the put away rules. The put away rules define where the product should be stored and when it was received. And then we have the storage capacity for the location where we are, which we will be creating when we will be talking about the warehousing. So now let's talk about the unit of measures. The unit of measures allow you to buy, store, sell, or consume the products in the different units. For example, buy in the boxes, store in the pieces, sell in the dozens. So for that, you have to go to see that what kind of a unit of measures we have right now. So we go into the configuration, and in the configuration, you will see all the way down the unit of measure categories. If I'll click it over here, it will open a new window for you, and you'll see these are the unit of measure categories are available with us. So if I say I'm purchasing in the dozens, that it means I can sell them into the units as well. If I am purchasing in the cubic, ounces, pounds, the kilograms, so all these things are actually interconvertible. And for the volumes is also available for the services like the meter square feet is also available. But if you want to create the new unit of measure, you have to click on the new unit of measure over here. The unit of measure category, you have to define it over here. Let's say the test we are defining. And then we have to select the unit of measure over here. So we will define it as a test UOM. So the ratio will be 1, rounding figure will be 0.01, and we're going to save this one. And this unit of measure is actually bigger than the actual unit of measure, or it is smaller, or it's actually referencing to the different categories. So you have to select it from here. So it means you have an option available. You can, if you think that the certain type of a unit of measure is not available with you, you can actually create the new unit of measure. So now we're going to talk about the warehouse configuration. You have to go into the configuration. You'll see the warehouses over here. We have created the 2 warehouses. One is for the internal projects and the main warehouse for the contracting company. Click on this one. The first option is actually showing the company warehouse name in the long, and then we have a short name which can have the 4 characters. Right now it's actually 2 characters, but it can be a 4 characters. Then which company is associated with this particular warehouse, his name will be coming over here and along with the address as well. In this, under this thing, the warehouse configuration, we have the shipments. The shipments, incoming items we are receiving and storing it. Receive, store in two steps. First one is a one step, and the second one is a two step. One step means that you receive the quantity and you actually keep it in the store. There you go, that's your one step. But if you receive the quantity and you put it into the appropriate location, then it will become your two steps. But if you receive the quantity and then you do the quality control as well and then put it into the appropriate location, then it will be coming as under three steps. So by default, we actually, because we have to enable the quality control for the purchase items received, so that's why we actually using the three steps over here. Because you probably have to create the transmittal or submittal while you receive the quantity. So before initiating the payment, the consultant has to verify that it is as per the specification and the items, number of items are actually being received. So that's why we are actually keeping it the three steps, whereas the outgoing items can be a one step, but it's totally up to you. You can move it to the three steps as well. If particular item is being, this particular item is being finished in this particular warehouse, how we going to feed the warehouse again? So it is we actually select the route buy to resupply. This particular buy you see into the inventory as well. Under the inside the product inventory tab, the buy was shown. But if we select the other option as well, that it can be provided by the other warehouse, which is actually belongs to the same contracting company, then it can generate the picking operation or transfer operation from the other warehouse as well. So this is our warehouse. If you want to create the new warehouse, you have to click on the new button and you can have the same warehouse. You can have another warehouse with a different kind of a controls, maybe a one step receive and the three steps delivery, whatever the way you guys are actually looking for it. Now coming to the locations. Under that, you'll see it over here after the operation types, the locations. The locations are actually working in this way, which is, you can say this is the heart of the warehouse, where we are actually storing our items. So for example, I'm just going to give you a little example which can actually clear out of your locations area. The WH stock is actually is actually referring where the whole stock is actually being placed. WH quality control is actually referring that where the quality control is actually happening. Input means, for example, our gate is for warehouse main gate is our input gate, where is actually we are receiving the products. Then, since we have two warehouses already being created over here, so you will see that there are one, two, three more, the locations are available. So all of the locations which are actually being created in the different warehouses will be indicated over here. And here we are actually mentioning what kind of the storage location we are using. Some of the companies, like our manufacturing companies, when they receive an order and they are delivering, so they are actually having the two more locations. One is actually called the WH quality control for the output, and the one is actually called the WH packing, where they do the packing. And that is actually, and after that, we have the delivery area as a location where the trucks or the people can actually collect the items to deliver it. So it certainly depends on the way you guys are actually proceeding. It will work in the same way. But if you need to create the new location, you can click it over here on the new, and you can create the new location for that. Now let's talk about the operations. If you go into click on the operation menu, you have the transfer as a label over there, and then we have the recipient deliveries and the ink handle. After that, we have the inventory adjustment, the physical adjustment, scrap, the landed cost, and the replenishment. The recipients is actually showing that how many items we have received that will automatically show over here. The recipients can be generated by clicking on the new button, or they are already available inside the purchase location as well where the receipt is available. Receipt button, the smart button is available. So most of the times you guys are actually using it from that particular area. But if you have to do it manually, then you have to click it over here, receiving from the vendor name. Operation type is the company name, recipient, and it is already going into the warehouse location, and you can add the products over here which you guys are actually receiving along with their demands and their quantity. If there is any additional information, you can add it over here. Who might be the carrier? What is the tracking reference number? What is the weight? And if there is any sale order attached with that one, or if it is actually involved in any project. Then we have the notes. So any kind of a notes, you can actually do it over here. But on the right side, this actually mentioned the schedule date when it can be happen. For example, you actually are planning it in the receiving maybe after 3 days. So you can do the early, you can create the early recipe, but it will be the work as a market to do, and after that it will be validated when you will receive the product. If we are receiving the product through the purchase, then this source document will be automatically filled over here. But if it is not, we are receiving through the purchase order, we are receiving as a storekeeper where we do not have an access to the purchase order, then we have to enter the purchase order number manually. It is for our own references, and we want to track that from where we last time actually purchased these items. So it will be, we have to add the purchase order number over here. Then we have the purchase requisition that we will discuss in the requisition area. But if it is actually coming under through the purchase requisition, this particular option will be automatically filled through the purchase requisition number. When we press the mark as to do button, it will still remain in the draft. After that, we have the ready state that we already have received, and we are doing the quality check. And then we have the validate state. It means we have received the items. There is no problem in those items, or some of the items has an issue. So over here, actually, we change the quantity from 10 to 8. So 2 items will go back. And then the validate button, if you click it over here, it will validate it. And there you go, your recipe is being actually has been done. In the same way, we are actually initiating the delivery operation as well. The delivery operation can be done through the scanner. If you have a scanner and you already have a barcode available inside your product, so you can scan it and you can receive the item straight away through the scanning machine as well. But for example, let's say we click on the new button. So delivery address is actually, for example, this is our delivery address, and the operation type is already selected. It's an contracting company with the delivery orders. What is our store location? It's WH stock. As I mentioned before, that all of our stocks are actually available in the WH stock. When it's a scheduled delivery time, with the source document, we can add it over here. And if it is a part of the purchase requisition, it will show the purchase requisition over here. Mark as to do button, if we click it over here, it will take us under the waiting state. When we will be clicking on validate, it will move into the ready state and then the done state. If the delivery has been delivered, but the certain items are coming back to our warehouse, then we have to click on the return, and the number of items being returned, we can actually update the quantity over there. Now go inside the operation and then we select the internal. Internal transfer means that in the same company from one location to another location, or from one warehouse to another warehouse, we are creating an internal transfer. So someone is going to the warehouse 1 and picking the items and moving into the warehouse 2 items. For that, you can actually initiate the request of the internal transfer, or you can actually pick the items and you can add into the internal transfers. This will help you to track the inventory moves, that how many times been moved, who created this particular request, and from where it has been entertained. So we will be clicking on the new. So first we have to select the person contact over here. Then the selection operation type is already selected over here as a internal transfer. Source location is WH stock. The delivered location, we say that it's another warehouse stock. We are actually sending it over there. We'll click it over here under the product, add the product quantity 10, and the unit of measure we will select, and click it as an mark to do. And the check availability will come automatically if these things are available. Right now, it's actually showing in the red color, so it means these items are actually available, not available. But if these are available, then we have the validate option available, and then we have the done option available, and there you go. Item has been moved from one location to another location, and it is actually also going to show into your locations. This particular menu, I will actually, the printer menu, the return slip, delivery slip, or the picking operations, or the labels, you can actually print it straight away from here, and it can be handed over to the person who is actually involved into this particular in this particular operation, and he can actually verify that one. He can get a signature from the main warehouse person. So this document is going to is it going from one warehouse to, and it will also reflect in. So coming back over here, counted that is coming in the different into the input stock is an item. So there is a different then item available in our. So when you will click over here, it will create another option for you. Right now there are not much products are available, but as per the warehouse under the stock, how many products are actually available, it will show all of your products, that you can actually manually adjust the inventory from here. Then we have the scrap option. For damaged or obsolete products, go into the operation and press the scrap button. Click on the create or a new and select the particular product. For example, this product, how many quantities, maybe 2 quantities, are actually moving into the scrap. So we have the scrap location, which is our virtual location, and it will automatically move this particular 2 item, the particular item in the quantity 2 to the scrap location. But the catch is this, that you have to validate it. So it means if these items are actually moved to the scrap, and the person who is actually moving into the scrap area, he probably do not have the access, right? He will keep it open for the site office, or maybe the stock guys, or maybe for the engineers to check that one, whether this particular item can go into the scrap yet or not. So if they will validate it, so it means it will automatically show you that someone has created this scrap request, and someone actually checked that one and changed the quantity, or maybe on the same quantity he validated. So it means these particular items are actually minus from our warehouse, and they are actually moved into the scrap location. Now let's move to the reporting. First, we have the stock. It's called the stock. Sorry, we will start it from the valuation. If we'll click it over here, it will actually show us the stock valuation will show. How much is the current stock value by product, by location, and by the category, and how much is actually costing at the total value of the stock. So here we can actually have the certain type of filters by the date range as well, by location, by the lots and serial number, or by the products. So these filters, these particular filters and the group by things can actually help you to see the products by, instead of generating the report, you can see it straight away from here. Next option is that the move analysis. How many items being moved, total count, and how many time it's been moved with the date. It's actually showing it over here. But let's say I'm gonna add the further mode filters over here by picking operations and these things. So it will show you a complete report over here. You can insert directly here from that into the uh, our spreadsheet. You can actually download this one into the Excel file as well. Let me download it and show it to you. So it is an Excel file for the in the sum in November. How many products being quantities being moved, from where it's being moved. It's actually show from which warehouse or which location it's being moved. It will show you all these details over here. And so these measurements you can actually change as well. You can change it upon demand, the real quantity as well. You can add it, the unit price and the weight as well. So the list will be go on, but it's totally depend on you how you want to have it. Right now, it's actually the showing in the move analytics in the pivot, but if we want to change into the line chart list view, it can be changed into the list view as well. There is a graphical way. Along with that, there is an a Kanban way. So this is actually showing us how we are actually make the move analysis. How many times been moved from as per the date, the particular items or all of the items. Then we have the move history. How many times one item's been moved. This move history is also available on every kind of a product. There's a smart button on the top which is called the in out, that is also showing the same report. And here we can actually see that one how many times this particular item is being moved, the date, the reference number, along with the name of the product from virtual location to the inventory adjustment. It was moved. You probably remember that I actually added one quantity over there, so it's means from the virtual location to the inventory adjustment is being moved. So where it was moved? It was moved into the internal project, which is a temporary project, to the input location. Suppose is that the locations, as per locations will not show here. Like a WH stock, WH quality check, it's not showing it over here. But in the internal project, which is a temporary project, input location, we have the 21 items are 20 items are actually available. 21 items are available. From out of the 21 items, there are the 20 items are actually in the result, and the unit of measures is also showing it over here. Then we have the stock input output and Excel report. You can select the date, start date, end date. If you want to select a particular product, you can select the particular product. When we say the vendors, when we say the partners, it can be our vendors, it can be our customers. You want to take in a report, and the type of operation also we can select it from here if you want to take the report. So, for example, from the last month till today, I want to take on a complete report. What exactly is it showing? So it will give me the report in this way, in the Excel format. And 1 second, let me open the Excel for you. Yeah. So it will show this is a comprehensive report that the product name, date, quantity, reference number, the source document, and it is an operation type, internal project recipe, transfer destination, the cost, and the value of the product, and the dates and these things are actually mentioned. These reports can be generated more as per your recommendation. And since only these few reports are actually available right now, but in case if you're required to have any more reports, then we can actually add the more reports in the PDF in an Excel format. If we click on the report under the stock, so all of the stocks as per our warehouses with the filter on the left side for the categories or for the warehousing, it will show you all of the stock. For example, I just need to see the stocks inside the contracting company. I need to see the stock as per the internal project. I just need to see the material only, or I want to see all of them. It will show a comprehensive report to you that this is the as per the inventory to the date is available. Then we have on the top, the first menu is the overview. The overview is actually showing you all of the operation types as per the warehouse. So you'll see internal project warehouse over here. You will see the Agora contracting warehouse. There is separate. Every warehouse, what number of steps involved in receiving or delivering the products is actually referring to the certain location. For every location, we have the operation type, and all of these operation types are actually showing it over here. So this is the kind of the dashboard as well for the inventory, and you can actually straight away generate that particular operation from here, like the quality control. You open it and you can generate the quality control. Delivery order, you can open it and create the new delivery order as well. Internal transfer, if somebody initiated the request, you can open it and entertain that particular request. So these whole options are for the inventory. We actually have covered the unit of measures, how to create the products, what kind of an operations we are actually having inside of our inventory, how we evaluate our inventory, what kind of reporting we have, and the settings which we can change it later on as per our convenience, what we have it over here. We will be expecting your feedback. If there will be anything you want to understand, you can send us the message straight away. Thank you very much for your time.